So guys, a couple of months ago I did a video about the rises that were coming for vehicle car tax, VED, or road tax in old language if you prefer, that were going to happen on the 1st of April 2025. We are now in April, and I think I want to just do an update on there because I've just got hold of the V149, which is this, which gives exact numbers as to what is being charged for the cars in terms of, like I said, vehicle tax, road tax, VED, whatever you want to call it, from April the 1st, 2025. So in this video, I'll go into a little bit of detail on that, and hopefully you'll have a clearer picture of exactly what your car is costing you in terms of annual tax.
A brown car guy. Brown car guy.
Right, so as I mentioned, I've now got this, which is the V149, which applies from this month. So 1st of April 2025, you can read it says on the table there, following tables give the rates of vehicle tax that will apply on or after 1st of April 2025. So this is what the tax rates are as of now for cars, categories, light good vehicles, even bikes in there. And by comparison, I've got the V149 for last year. So this is the one where it says in the table will apply to cars taxed on or after 1st of April 2024. So I can directly compare this one with that one. One of the things that you'll immediately see is that the alternative fuel car category, that column there, the column just there, if you see it, that one there, that's gone completely. So now they're all lumped in together with the emissions. So there's no alternative fuel category. It's just like, this is your emissions and that's what you will pay. And as you can see, I've been scribbling all over that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through these categories and give you the difference. So I'll put this one on screen so you'll be able to see what the latest rates are. But I'll give you the differences by going through this one and just tell you what the changes are. So first of all, we'll look at the first license rate. So this is when you register a car for the first time on or right after 1st of April 2025. This is what you would pay depending on the CO2 emissions. CO2 emissions is based on grams per kilometer. So we start with 0 grams per kilometer. Previously, that was £0. It was £0. Now it's £10 minimum. So even electric car, everything, £10 you will have to pay for that car. 1 to 50 grams per kilometer CO2, that was £10. It's increased by a whopping £100, so it's now £110. 51 to 75 CO2 emissions was £30, now £130. And then after this category, the rates actually kind of double, because 76 to 90 grams per kilometer, that was £135. As you can see, it's now £270. 91 to 100 was £175. As you can see, it's £350. 101 to 110 was £195, and it's now £390. That's nearly £400. And then 111 to 130 is over £400. As you can see, it was £220. It's exactly double now. 131 grams to 150 grams, that was 270, it's now 540. 151 to 170, that was 680. 680 is what it was, £680 is what it was, and now it's £1,360. 171 to 190, that has gone up to £2,190 and was only £1,095. I say only, but it's less than half if you think about it. Well, it's about half actually. 191 to 225, that was £1,650. It's now £3,300, as you can see on your screen. 226 to 255 grams, that was 2,340, and again doubled exactly actually, 4,680. And anything over 255 grams per kilometer, you're talking real powerful cars, V8s and stuff like that. They used to cost you £2,745. Now it's £5,490. You could get a pretty decent used V8 motor for £5,500. I'll tell you that much. Diesel category, that has also gone up. So it's also gone up roughly around the same. So in fact, it's interesting because the over 255 gram category with diesel, as you can see, is 5,490, but so is the 226 to 255 grams category. They were previously, both of those categories previously were 2,745 pounds. And right at the bottom of the diesel thing, 1 to 50 was only 1 to 50 grams per kilometer was only 30 pounds. And again, that's 130 pounds. 51 to 75 was 135, and it went to 270 and so on. So that kind of also has kind of doubled from that point onwards pretty much. As I said, the alternative fuel category, which was this one, has now been deleted. Previously, from what you could see here, is that the rates on there were exactly the same as the petrol car tax class 48 to 49, 48, sorry, and they were about the same, but they were £10 cheaper across the board. Basically, that's what it was. So you can take that as being the rates that I told you for the petrol car, but they were £10 cheaper, but now they are, well, they're the same. So that's all been wrapped into one. Once that first year is done, so as it says on the sheet here, from anyone buying a new car will pay a different rate of vehicle tax for the first license. So that was the first license rates that I was just giving you. For the second license onward, the standard rate of vehicle will apply. So these rates that I told you just now, they were for the first year. From the second year, a standard rate will apply, and the standard rate is down here at the bottom of the new sheet and on the old sheet as well. And they have also increased. So they were £190 for the year for petrol cars, and they were £180 for alternative fuel. Alternative fuel has just been got rid of. The alternative fuel car category is just got rid of. So there was £190 for petrol diesel car and £180 for alternative fuel. They are now a standard £195. So standard £195. So for the luxury car tax, where you pay, where the car costs over £40,000, so you pay the additional tax on it. So that is £410. It was, now it's £425, and that continues for the first 5 years. So from the start of the second license, that's what it says here. They will pay the additional rate for 5 years from the start of the second license. So like I said, it's gone up from 410 to 425. So the 425 is added onto the 195. So you pay £620 for 5 years, £620 a year. Keep that in mind. Any car costing over £40,000, that's how much it will continue to cost you for the next 5 years in terms of tax. So what about older cars? We'll look at, like I said, the alternative fuel category is gone. So this table here is redundant from the previous year's sheet. It doesn't exist on the new sheet. But above that, we have 1st of March 2001, right up to 1st of April 2017, right? So this is the new one here, and then this is the old one here. And these have also gone up. So previously, you had the petrol car 48 and diesel car class 49, and it was just based on assumption, but it was down to a band, A, B, C, D, etc. They were just separated into bands, but then they gave you the CO2 emissions for those bands as well. So band A was up to 100 grams per kilometer CO2 emissions, and that was actually £0, but now it's not. Now you pay £20. So if you were paying £0 previously and you thought, oh, I don't have to pay road tax, you do have to pay. It's only 20 quid, but you do have to pay now, £20 for that one. 101 to 110, that's band B. You were previously paying £20. Good news for you, you're actually still paying £20. So no change for you. This is one of the rare occasions that there's been no change. Band C, 111 to 120 grams per kilometer. You were paying £35. You are still paying £35. So again, good for you. No changes there. From then onwards, there are changes. And they're sort of stepped changes. So D, E, and F. So D has gone from £160 to £165. E has gone from £190 to £195, and F has gone from £210 to £215. So they're all increased by £5. The next category, and the next category onwards for a bit, they've gone increased by £10. So G has gone from £255 to £265. H has gone from £305 to £315. I has gone from £335 to £345, and J has gone from £385 to £395. And after that, they've increased by £15 per category. So K category has gone from £415 to £430. L has gone from £710 to £735. Okay, and then the final category over 255 has gone from £735 to £760. So strange anomaly here, that with these older cars, you have a car that before 2017, maybe big V8, 255 grams per kilometer, you're still going to be paying £760 a year road tax on it. Newer car, after that huge first year bill of £5,490, of course, forgetting for a minute the luxury car tax, which you still have to pay, which would be £620 on that one. You will only, the road tax itself, or rather the car tax itself, will only be £195. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one in the comments, but that's how I'm reading it. So let me know what you think. So that was for the category of the older cars that I just told you just now, which was from 2001, so it's 1st of March 2001 up to 1st of April 2017. Now, if you're wondering if you've got an older car, so you've got one that's even older than that, don't forget, anything older than 40 years on a rolling cycle does not have to pay. But if you have a car that's older than 2001, than March 2001, what do you pay? There's two categories. There's the under 1549cc, so under 1.5 and a bit liters, and over 1549cc, so over 1.5 and a bit liters, so anything like 1.6 above, etc. So that was for the under 1549cc category. It was £210 a year. It's now gone up by £10 to 220. And for the over 1549cc category, it was £345. That's actually gone up by £15 to £360 now. Hey, before I carry on, make sure that you have hit like and don't forget to share and subscribe. By the way, help out my channel by supporting me on Patreon and Ko-fi, or by taking out a subscription right here on YouTube, or better still, buy my books. I've got 3 of them out now. There's 2 of them. Those are fiction. One is a novel. It's the novel that every petrol head should read. It's called The Ulysses Files. It's about the war on motorists. And the other one is a collection of my short stories from over 2 decades. Everything from science fiction to cars to the state of humanity. And then this is my latest book. This is basically me putting my 35 years of experience and knowledge doing what I do into a book to help other people get into this game. So if you've ever thought about being a content creator, a journalist, or an influencer to do with cars, you need to get this book. It's out now on Amazon. Okay, so now we'll just quickly touch on an area that I don't normally cover, commercial vehicle, light goods, that sort of stuff. Those have also seen increases. So I'll just basically summarize those as quickly as I can. Private light good vehicles, tax class 11, weighing no more than 3,500 kilogram. They have basically increased by, so anything that was under 1549cc was 210 and is now 220 pounds a year. So it's increased by £10. Anything over 1549cc was 345 pounds. It's now 360 pounds a year. So again, it's increased by £15. Moving on to light goods vehicles weighing no more than 3,500 kilogram. This is tax class 39. This is for vehicles registered on or after 1st of March 2001, and it also includes zero emission vehicles, so no dispensation for them. Basically, it was £335 a year previously for them. It's now £345, so it's gone up by £10. Let's move on to Euro 4 light goods vehicles. This is tax class 36 and weighing no more than 3,500 kilograms. This is for vehicles that were registered between 1st of March 2003 and 31st of December 2006, which are Euro 4 compliant. And of course, again, I should say that includes zero emission vehicles as well. There is no change. So good news for the few people, there is no change. It was £140 before, it's still £140. And the same goes for the next category on here, which is the Euro 5 light goods vehicles weighing no more than 3,500 kilogram, vehicles registered between 1st of January 2009 and 31st of December 2010, which are Euro 5 compliant, including zero emission vehicles. They were £140 before, they're still £140, so virtually identical as the previous category. We'll just touch on trade licenses. So trade licenses available for all vehicles was £165. It's gone up oddly by £6 to £171. Motorcycles weighing no more than 450 kilograms without a sidecar, they were £117 and now they're £121. Tricycles that were weighing no more than 450 kilograms without a sidecar, tricycle with a sidecar? I don't think I've ever seen one. Anyway, those were previously £117, they are £121 per year now. And just continuing on, now that we've mentioned motorcycles, which again I never do because this is brown car guy, but I've got them here now, so let's just go through it. And again, I'll just summarize. Motorcycles and tricycles weighing no more than 450 kilograms. These are based on CC. So we have tax class 17 motorcycles with or without a sidecar. Zero emission motorcycles now pay £26. They previously, I guess, they were exempt. That's no longer the case. They now pay £26 a month. So again, if you thought you were paying nothing, just check, because you are now. Anything that is not over 150 cc previously was £25. It's gone up by £1 to £26. That's not too bad. Anything from 151 to 400 cc was £55, gone up a couple of pounds to 57. From 401 to 600 cc motorbikes, they've gone from £84 to £87. Anything over 600 cc bikes, we're talking super bikes, 117 to 121 pounds. So £4 increase there. Tax class 50 tricycles with or without a sidecar. Anything under 150 cc was 25. It's gone up by £1 to 26. And all other tricycles were 117. They've gone up to 121. So the top end of that. So there you go. Those are the latest figures based on that, the new V149. So I hope you found that helpful. I'll just put them on screen for a minute, and then you can either screen grab them or just pause there if you want to double check them. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe on your way out, and tell anybody else that needs this information, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Shout out time, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, if you enjoy my content, why not get involved? Buy me a coffee. You can do that at either of these links, or if you're watching on YouTube, buy me a thanks or take out a membership. It all helps. It really does.